Psalm 104 verses 24 to 26, God made it all by his wisdom. Verses 24 to 26 proclaim, O Lord, how manifold are your works. In wisdom, you have made them all. The earth is full of your possessions. This great and wide sea, in which are innumerable teeming things, living things both small and great, there the ships sail about, there is that Leviathan which you have made to play there. The earth is God's garden and is full of his possessions. Various life forms attest to God's creativity and immeasurable artistry, from the depths of the ocean teeming with life, even to the coldest climates on earth. God is the master gardener and designer. Job apparently lived shortly after the time of Noah's flood, which eliminated the great reptilian beasts of the earth, though he still possessed a verbal knowledge of such creatures, as is illustrated in a passage where God challenges Job, saying in 41:1-2, Can you pull in Leviathan with a hook or tie his tongue down with a rope? 2. Can you put a cord through his nose or pierce his jaw with a hook? A similar passage in Job 40:16-19, speaks of a different critter, as our Creator speaks of the behemoth. Look at the strength of his loins and the power in the muscles of his belly. He stiffens his tail like a cedar tree, the tendons of his thighs are woven firmly together. His bones are bronze tubes, his limbs are like iron rods. He is the foremost of God's works, only his Maker can draw the sword against him. HCSB. Although the Leviathan of Job's day was a serpent or a huge reptile-type creature, to the writer of this psalm, in his own era, he may have pictured it in his own mind's eye as some type of a large sea monster or another type of overgrown crocodilian creation, but probably not the dinosaur as we know them from a time before the era of the Noahic flood. Reading from Genesis chapter 1 and verses 20 to 21, Then God said, Let the water swarm with living creatures, and let birds fly above the earth across the expanse of the sky. So God created the large sea creatures and every living creature that moves and swarms in the water, according to their kinds. He also created every winged bird according to its kind. And God saw that it was good. The reference to the great and wide sea here is, undoubtedly, to the Mediterranean Sea, which was probably in eyesight of the psalmist, visible, not only along the coast but from many of the elevations in Palestine where the psalm may have been composed. There go the ships, as objects like that would undoubtedly attract the attention of one looking toward the sea, mentally awash in its wonders. In wisdom have you made them all. Every life form is a link and is essential to the chain of nature, each one fits in its place. The earth is full of your riches. Our Creator has not set his creatures down in a dwelling place without provision. He has filled the earth with food, her surface and depths are teeming harvests of plenty.